everyone, welcome to Nancy's Mediterranean Kitchen. Today we are going to have another episode of the Greek festival dishes. So today's dish is one of the most famous Greek dishes. It's the moussaka. So let's start. So the moussaka is a layer of potatoes, then a layer of eggplant. Then we have the minced meat, and then we'll add tomato sauce. If you remember my episode about macaroni bechamel, I said the macaroni bechamel, we don't add tomato sauce. Today we're going to add tomato sauce. And the bechamel ingredients are 5 tablespoons of flour, 5 tablespoons of butter, 2 eggs, and 4 cups of whole milk. And of course, we will use olive oil. My spices today are salt, pepper, oregano, and 2 sticks of cinnamon. The first step I'm going to do after I slice the 2 large eggplants is to put them in a sieve and put some salt on them because they are going to absorb the salt because there is usually some liquids in the eggplant and they taste bitter. So the easy way to get rid of this is to put some salt, and you will see that it has like some drops of water after half an hour. I will show you that. Now I will add another layer and then some salt. So we'll leave it for half an hour and then we'll wipe this liquid from the top of the eggplant. The next step, I'm going to fry the vegetables, which are the potatoes and the eggplant. I tried to bake the eggplant in Cyprus. It used to work when I lived in Cyprus because it's a different kind of eggplant. But in the US, when I tried to bake the eggplant, it was dry. So that's why I decided to fry it on this griddle. If you don't have that, you can use a regular frying pan. I just put some olive oil and I will start with the potatoes. These are 4 small potatoes. While this is frying, I'm going to do the minced meat. I just added some olive oil in my frying pan. I'm now preparing the ground beef. I'm going to fry the onion until it's golden color, then add the meat. I'm now going to add my meat to the ready onion. I'm going to add my spices now, salt, pepper, oregano, and the 2 sticks of cinnamon. And I will leave it to cook. So the potatoes are almost done. I went ahead and I drizzled some olive oil on the top because it was a bit dry. And now if you look at the eggplant, as I told you, it has some liquids or like drops of water on the top. I'm going to use a paper towel and just dry it out. And then I'm going to put it on the griddle, as you see. It's going to take some time. So this is a definitely time-consuming dish. We make it occasionally when we have parties, when we have guests. We do it also in special occasions. Now, as you see, my potatoes are ready. I just put a very thin layer of potatoes at the bottom of my pan. Some of them are golden brown, some of them are brown. I'm going to remove them now. I prepare the tray here with a paper towel to absorb all the extra oil. We will have more room for the eggplant. Now I'm going to prepare the tomato sauce. So I'm going to use my food processor for the tomato and the tomato paste. Now the tomato sauce is ready. I'm using this pottery pan for my moussaka today. I love the flavor of the moussaka in the pottery pan. I brought this one from Egypt. That's what we use when we cook big dishes in the oven. And it's glazed pottery. And I went ahead and I just put a very thin layer of olive oil at the bottom so it doesn't stick. And I added my potatoes. Now my ground beef is ready. The reason why I use cinnamon sticks instead of powder, it's because I don't have cinnamon powder. So I just use what I have in the kitchen. And you can definitely add a half teaspoon or 1 teaspoon the way you like it. And now I'm ready with my tomato sauce. And I will just add it and mix. Let it simmer and then turn it off. And I will remove the sticks because I don't want them to go in my pan. So I needed another frying pan or a griddle because I didn't have enough space for all my eggplant. Here is a second one. And as you see, it depends on the kind of eggplant. The eggplant absorb oil sometimes. I didn't have this problem in Cyprus, but here in America, I had to put more olive oil in order for it to fry on both sides. So just drizzle some olive oil on the top and that will do. My bechamel, I started by melting the butter and then I'm going to add my flour. I have done the bechamel before with the macaroni bechamel, but I'm still going to show you how to do it. We'll just fry the flour until it absorbs the butter. Now it's ready. I'm going to turn off the flame and then I will add the milk slowly and start whisking. Now I have my flour ready. As you see, I'm going to add my milk slowly. And I will start whisking. You want to make sure it's dissolved and then you can turn on the flame on low or medium low. That's the way you make it to avoid any clumps. Now I'm turning on the flame again. Medium low. I will keep stirring until it gets thick and then I'm going to add more milk. Now the bechamel is still not thick enough. I'm going to add some salt, some pepper, and 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. And I will continue mixing. Now I will add the last drops of milk. And I will wait until it thickens up. Now started to thicken up the bechamel. I will add the 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. Then I'm going to add my 2 whisked eggs. I will mix and then turn off the flame. Now my bechamel is ready and I will show you in the next step how to assemble your pan. The eggplant is ready and as you see it became very soft. You press your finger on it and it's very soft and tender. We don't want to make it very dark brown. We want it golden brown and you see these are the signs of the nice griddle that I used. Now I have in my pan the layer of potatoes. I'm going to use my hands and I will put the layer of eggplant. Then I will put a layer of ground beef. Then I'm going to add another layer of eggplant. Then I'm going to put the last layer of the bechamel. My oven is preheated on 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to leave it there for 45 minutes to 50 minutes. I just took the moussaka out of the oven. It took exactly 50 minutes. As you see, it looks golden brown and it looks amazing and it smells amazing. I'm now going to cut the moussaka and show you how it looks like from inside. As you see, it looks amazing. And you can see the layers of eggplant here and the bechamel and potatoes at the bottom. I hope that you liked my episode today. I hope that you try the moussaka and let me know in the comments below how it goes. And see you next time.